phenomenal young actor. I want everybody to remember this day. Thank you for coming out. We really know that this is a major movie, but more than anything, it's a major individual. Somebody who is truly giving this art, and what you'll see tonight, you're gonna see the next superhero. You're gonna see the next dynamic individual who is truly demonstrating what it is to grow in this industry. And we're so proud of Roland now to just know that he is keeping this art craft. You know, when you think of Denzel, when you think of Samuel, when you think of Michael B., when you think of all of those, we now think of what I like to call is the Super Davis effect, what is now happening. So let's give him a round of applause. All my life I've been waiting for Tarzan to be black. All my life. All my life. And, you know, thank you, God. Thank you, Tom, for recognizing his talent and really going. What's it feel like now to be in a $1 billion franchise?
First, I want to say thank you for having me. Thank y'all for tuning in right now. It's truly a blessing to be a part of a $1 billion franchise like Mission Impossible, as well as Top Gun Maverick. It's something that I've dreamt of since I was a child. I guess I didn't really understand like what the figure of $1 billion would be like, but I knew I wanted to be in films that was going to be seen across the world, across the globe. So I guess that was going to equate to the $1 billion. So it's a dream come true.
You know, action heroes, and we see. We're talking about 007, but you actually get to be a secret agent. What's it feel like knowing that you're living that dream and all the other possibilities that come with, being there, intelligence?
Man, look, as a child, we all have these big dreams of being something, you know what I mean? And movies was something that I fell in love with early on. My mom used to take me to the cinema every weekend. That was a cheap way that we could spend time together. And she could shut me up because I would just sit there and watch the movie instead of annoying her. But I used to watch action films, and I said, man, I want to do that. So I would go home, I'll be in my mom's living room, jumping off her sofa, jumping on the table. She's like, boy, get your ass down and stuff like that. But I'm doing it. I wanted to be it. And I remember a moment in the last film, Dead Reckoning, when we were in Rome, Italy. And we're in the middle of the streets, and everything's shut down. They have the cop cars and everything. I have Tom Cruise right there, Haley Atwell, Shea Wiggum, Paul Clemente. They have a bunch of extras, and we all have guns, and we're doing the shootout, and we like bang, 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 bang. And then they say, cut. And I look around, and I'm like, damn, Tom, you made my dreams come true. I was playing this when I was 5, 6, 7 years old in my mama's living room. Now I'm playing the same thing, except I'm in Italy across the world, playing make-believe, acting like an agent. I thought that was the coolest. That was one of hundreds of pinch me moments I've had since I started to follow my dream of being an actor.
There was a super, another $1 billion franchise. And then all of a sudden she's in this movie, what I would call one of the queens of Hollywood.
Yes, indeed.
What's it like, just for all of those who don't know, to really think about Queen Bassett and what she brings, and how does she whisper as that goddess into you and your soul about this business?
Let me say, I was leaving the hotel, and we ended up running into each other on the elevator. We got to talking and stuff like that. Miss Angela Bassett is a phenomenal woman, a phenomenal human being. And oh yeah, clap for her. Please clap for her, because she's one of the people that's paved the way for me, for all of us, not just me as an actor, but black women in general, to be able to open doors, because art genuinely imitates life. And she says that. One of the pieces of advice that she told me, she was like, everybody's always watching. Whether they are above you or under you, everybody's either looking up or looking down to you, and you need to make sure you're always putting your best foot forward. And that's what sustained her career for so long. That's why everybody loves her. That's why when you mention her name, people are clapping. Yeah, you're freaking clapping. And I got a chance to really talk to her when, I don't know if y'all seen this thing called Number One on the Call Sheet on Apple TV. I highly recommend y'all check it out. But just watching what she did, what she had to go through, the barriers that she had to break in order for me to be able to have these opportunities, it's incredible. And I just thanked her for that, because we don't see it. We just see her nominated for Oscars. We just see her in billion-dollar films, and we're just like, oh yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. Well, no, that's what we're supposed to do, but that's only because, you know, she and people like her have paved the way for us.
You're going home tomorrow. What's it gonna feel like to be in New Orleans, a place where you've taught school, a place where you've given to your community, and for them now to watch you again? When you can really be anywhere in the world, why are you going home?
First of all, let me say, so ever since the promise that I'm keeping to myself and to my community is every time I have a movie, I'm gonna bring it back there, put on the screening. When I was growing up, I never had that, and I wanted to be an actor as a child, but I let that dream fall to the wayside because I had nobody to show me or guide me the way. I didn't know anybody in the industry, so I was like, oh, whatever. And oftentimes, when we don't see things, we think it's impossible. No pun intended, we mentioned impossible, but that was the thing for me until I started teaching first grade, and one of my kids asked me, what did I want to be when I grew older? And they made me realize, like, oh, I wanted to be an actor, and I'm telling them to follow their dreams, and I'm not following mine. So I said, man, let me give myself a chance. I'm gonna give myself 2 years, see how this shakes out. That was a dumb thing for me to do. Never put a time limit on your goals, on your dreams, because you never know when it's gonna happen. But I said, let me give myself 2 years. Fortunately for me, it happened in a short period of time, but it's because I put in a lot of work. A lot of people say, oh, you're so lucky. And I say, F you, I'm not lucky. I put in a lot of work for this. I put in 10 times the work than the next man, because I knew I was going against people that had been doing this all their life, that were child actors, that went to college for this stuff. And I'm just like, hey, I'm going to YouTube University to learn how to do this stuff. I'm reading scripts on my own, you know what I mean? But to go back to your question, I said I was going to show my students, show the youth of New Orleans what it's like to make it out of this place where, you know, it sometimes seems impossible. So for me to go back tomorrow, and I've done it for my 2 other films, Top Gun Maverick and Dead Reckoning, to go back and share these moments with them is really incredible, because I see the light in their eyes when they talk to me, because they resonate with me, and that's the biggest thing. For me, not making it to the very top and then saying, hey, I'm gonna give back then, but come on a journey with me so you can see the hardship. And I used to preach on social media. I used to document my journey, like, I'm gonna lose my New Orleans accent. And I was on there every day just like, look at me, day 1, New Orleans accent evaporating. Day 2, New Orleans evaporating. Day 365, man, this New Orleans accent still got down here, motherfucker. But it eventually went away, and people are able to sit there and say, like, man, if you work hard, you will be on the big screen too, or whatever it is, whatever pet profession you're doing, you'll be able to accomplish that.
You know, for those who really want to get in the game, what would be a couple of suggestions for them to, YouTube University obviously said that, but what should they know about this business that it's ready for them?
The business don't owe you anything, and don't think that you're entitled to it. It's a long journey, so you have to be patient. Early on, I was when I want something, I put my mind to it, and it's not that I expect it to come instantly, but I expect things to happen. And my team, my lovely publicist over there, she always puts me in check and say, "Hold on, bud." That's our favorite thing. Hold on, bud. We have to, you know, it takes some time, you know, because I want it to happen. I want it. I know I put in the work, but it's just a reminder you have to be patient, because it can happen today, it can happen tomorrow, it can happen next year, it can happen 10 years from now. But just know, if you stay consistent, it will happen.
Yeah. There's a voice out there calling you. Will you direct film? What would your first big film be that you see in your mind?
Will I direct film? Yeah, man. Yeah, I want to direct. I want to do it all. Produce, direct, acting. Acting is my first love. But I'm into like filmmaking as a whole. What would be my first project? That's really hard to say. I don't know. God is gonna point me in a direction and tell me what film is gonna be. Right now, I'm still learning my craft of acting, and I've been shadowing McHugh, who's the director of this film and so many other films. and just picking his brain and trying to figure out when that time is right for me to direct. But I don't know just yet. I'm figuring that out.
Let's talk about that. You know, you shared shadowing, picking his brain. Why is that important to shadow somebody and ask them questions?
Because you don't know anything. Like we think we know stuff, but we really don't until you ask the questions, and then you get the answers. You're like, oh, I didn't know that. And even for the things that you do know, it's the repetition of constantly hearing it that gets ingrained in your mind, and it makes you better at whatever it is that that you're asking about. And I highly recommend, you know, nowadays, and let me speak to the young people right quick. I don't know how many young folks we have, and I mean, we have some young ladies right here. Right here, we have the young ones right here. But these young kids nowadays, we had this conversation recently. Y'all are lazy. Y'all are lazy, man. And y'all are living in this instant society of social media and thinks that everything you see on social media comes quick and rapid, and you see the glitz and glamour, and you don't understand that it's not necessarily real. You know what I mean? You think if you post one video and you become viral, you become famous and rich instantly, but that's not how it goes. And a lot of people don't want to be assistants. A lot of people don't want to do interns. A lot of people think, hey, I did this, so I need to automatically be making X, Y, and Z. And it's like, why? What did you really do? But people feel that they're so entitled. And it's so important for you to start shadowing, because that's where longevity comes at. The person next to you, whether they're in your field or they're not, they have a wealth of knowledge that you aren't privy to yet, unless you ask the questions, unless you're willing to follow. And that's what's gonna allow you to have that longevity. I see a lot of people who rise to the top and then they fall even quicker because they had it so fast. One thing that I always say, man, God has put me on this journey, and he's taking his time with me because I'm not ready yet. I remember when I booked my first pilot, I was so excited. I thought I was gonna be this 10-year, okay, Denzel actor. As soon as I booked the role, but the pilot didn't get picked up, and I was devastated. I was like, I was so ready. This was my big break. I was gonna be a movie star. And I look back on that time, and I was like, man, I was horrible. I was rubbish. I didn't know how to act for nothing. I don't even know how I got cast in a pilot. But I wouldn't, if that pilot would have kept going, I would have thought I was good. I would have been smelling my stuff. I would have thought I was ready. And guess what? I would have been here today, gone tomorrow. And I've seen that so often with a lot of my peers who get their big break, but they don't take it seriously. They don't ask the questions. They don't go to classes. They think, oh, I've already made it because I booked this. No, man. As soon as I've done this press tour, I'm signing up for a class. You know what I mean? I'm working with the best of the best, but I'm still saying, let me go back to school so I can hone in on my craft. And so you have to shadow, you have to intern, you have to do these type of things, be an assistant, learn the ins and outs of everything.
We've got a, is it anybody's birthday today?
3 weeks ago.
I mean, I can still sing for you because I'm always looking for a reason to sing.
Who knows his name as a character in the movie?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you just won your poster. He signed it for you, and it's what we're giving away today. So thanks so much. Say it loud again.
Yes, sir.
Come on down, man. What are you waiting on? I'm so proud of you, brother. We know that you make a difference. We've been at it 25 years here, rolling out.
Yeah.
For the next 25. We know that you're got the torch. You're doing your thing. Lighting up the screen, lighting up the world. Thank you, brother. All right.
Thank you. This is, let me just say, I know we're supposed to start at 41. What time is it right now? We have time. Let me say, man, I don't think y'all understand how dope this is. Like, when you were a kid, if I sit there and I tell Tarzan, the young kid, the one who was acting wild and stuff like that, hey, one day you're gonna be speaking before your movie starts, a bunch of people in New York, which you never been in New York at that age, and you're gonna have a cover that's being revealed to you. You know what I mean? Talking to lovely gentlemen and stuff like that. He wouldn't even believe it. Yeah, he dreamt of it. We like, boy, stop playing. You out your top, man. Ain't nobody do all that. But I'm standing here today doing this type of stuff, wrapping up on a global press tour that took me all over the world, places that I didn't even know existed. You know what I mean? This is a true honor, and I just want to say thank y'all, because this is dope, bro.
We're proud of you, bro.
This is dope.
You're a star, bro.
I ain't gonna lie.
You're a star, bro. Thank you. Everybody enjoy the film. Thanks for coming to Conversations with Rolling Out. Special thanks to everybody on the team that made it happen. Cara, come on. No, I'm talking about you. You know, often you don't have vendors, and this industry continues to change. Thank you so much for all you do. She made it so Rolling Out and all of us as a family could grow. Thanks to everybody here. Thanks to the industry people from iHeart and other places that are here. So I really want to say thanks to you guys coming out. We are so proud of you. Brother Greg Tarzan Davis.